Okay. And we are officially up and running. Excellent. Everything looks, whoops, there we go. Everything looks good. And all the purple has disappeared from the landscape, which is good. Hello, Hansen. How are you doing today? And can you hear me okay? Everything sounded good in the audio tests that I did, but you never know. There's always a little bit of a difference between when you test and when you actually go live. Everything should be good, I hope. Alright, let's see here. I do have timbers. Okay, I think the first thing that I'm going to do is see if I can actually sail this home or put a load on it. Oh, I don't really want to fall in the water. I do that a lot. Come on. I found that docking these ships, well, docking this ship is very difficult. Good. I've been good. I've been busy. All right. We're loading the ship. It's moving a little bit, but we seem to be okay. Let's see how this goes. Went down a little bit more. Does that even it out? How are we looking? Very low. But more so in the back end or on the sides? We might be okay. I can't put any of the logs in there, so maybe those. I'm hoping that I can actually even out the load on this and not flip it like I did last time I tried to actually load something onto a ship. What programs am I using? I am using OBS. And this time I'm just streaming to YouTube. I'm not trying to stream to YouTube and Twitch. So, since it's been a while since I streamed, I figured I would try and keep it fairly simple. I don't know that I really want to put rocks in anything because that can be iffy. I think we're holding in terms of weight. I think we're holding. Let's try and pull out to open ocean. See how this goes. Ideally, I should be able to, wow, we're really moving. I should be able to sail home and rebuild my tools and all that good fun stuff. The tricky thing, of course, is keeping myself on the ship. What was... Oh, that's a whale. That is what that is. That is a whale. Let's go see the whale. No Streamlabs, just straight up OBS. And I haven't done any Rising World for a while, although seeing the new update coming makes me want to start a new Let's Play series. In addition to maybe actually finishing the Sky Palace that I was building. But, let's see, I do need to adjust. Where'd the whale go? I swear there was a whale here. Like a minute ago. Oops. And then he disappeared. Is he gonna come back up? Is he gonna come back up, like, right under my little boat here completely make me wreck. Yes, I got back into this. I got Medieval Engineers quite a while ago, actually. Oh, there's the whale. He's right over there. But I played it for a little while at first and then kind of set it aside, and now I've come back to it, and it really is a lot of fun. I've really been having a lot of fun with it. The mods for this game are really good. The modding community that this game has, they're definitely really good. And it's also one of those games where the developers were kind enough to actually plan to have a good modding community, which really does help a lot. Okay, and that's really irritating me that it's not displaying correctly. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. That's better. That's the way it should be. Where's... oh, there we go. And my rope broke. One of the mods is for steam engines, which I would love to actually try and create a steam-powered ship, because this little thing is not necessarily the greatest. Let's just put it that way. But I haven't flipped it yet, so I'm doing good in that regard. Yes, that was something that I wanted to try, and it's actually, I was a little bit concerned about using chroma key just because I had heard some people, I'd seen some people say that it really has a substantial effect on your computer's performance. Because when you think about it, it is actually a lot for the computer to do. It's running the game. It's running OBS, which is streaming the game to the internet. So I also have a browser window open for YouTube so that I can track it and see what it's doing and how everything is going. And then on top of it, I'm also asking the computer to basically make a section of the webcam disappear. So I was a little concerned about how that would go. So I wanted to wait until I had a chance to upgrade my computer before I went and did that. Oh look, we've got part of our vessel underwater. We should probably fix that real quick. So, I'm going to take all of this back, which will lighten us up considerably. So after I was able to upgrade my computer a few months back, I upgraded the processor and of course motherboard and RAM, all of that. So I finally I spent pretty much this whole week trying to figure out how to get chroma key to actually work properly. And I wouldn't say that it's a total success. Like when I look over, I can still see a little bit of an edge where my green screen is, so I can kind of see it. Yeah, chroma key is the feature in OBS that allows you to make your background disappear. It allows you to utilize green screen. So, but it's actually really not bad. But I didn't get a really expensive high-end processor or anything like that, but I got a fairly good one. And it's doing really well. Actually, I'm only using about, CPU usage is only around 50%. So I'm extremely happy with that. Okay, I'll get that crafting. That is crafting. I clearly need to make a bigger ship because that little guy is only going to get us so far. But yeah, there's still some tweaking that I want to do, and I think that a lot of it is probably related to lighting. That's probably where the issue is that I need better lighting, which doesn't terribly surprise me because I don't have very good lighting in my little study. I also don't have room for very good lighting in my little study. So, it's only going to improve so much. Let's see. I don't really want to stand and watch that. But I am pretty happy with the way that it looks. Obviously, like I said, I'll improve the lighting and then fiddle with the settings a bit more. But overall, I really do think it makes a big difference. Hopefully, everybody watching agrees. But I would like to get back into streaming more. And I think actually having this set up so that it looks better will be very helpful for that. This is not perfectly flat at all. Not at all. But we'll just kind of run with that. I do need to pay a couple of the claim blocks. Clear out all this stuff that's grown up here. I do want to do a little bit more with some of the other mods that I have installed. Let's see. No, I think I went, yeah, down to the very shortest one. And then, what do you mean you don't want to rotate? No, it doesn't want to rotate. Fine. You can place at an angle then. As long as the torch still stands on top, I don't really care that much. And then we'll go kind of across, maybe to the middle. That's roughly the middle. Okay, they're moved up a little bit. I do want to get place for a fire drum. Okay. One of my goals for this live stream is to actually get the farm up and running, which means, wow, it's taking a long time to, oh, it's out of space. Right. Keep forgetting that some of these have very small areas where you can actually put everything. Medieval Engineers is actually, I would say it's a lot like Rising World, except much more strictly medieval. So whereas with Rising World, you're really progressing through time, basically, as you're improving and getting to the point where you can build things like the mining drill and the chainsaw. With Medieval Engineers, you are basically staying in a medieval time frame. You're not going to be progressing beyond that, but what you can do, this is totally off center. Why? Why is that so off center? Huh. I don't know why it doesn't want to place. That's interesting. That's not really going to work very well for a farm. That's odd. Really should have placed evenly. But those blocks didn't either. That could be interesting. Maybe we place this at the bottom. Let's start this at the bottom and see if I can get it to be... No, it still doesn't want to place evenly. Doesn't want to rotate correctly. But, sorry, distracted. basically you're building everything that you need to survive, much like you are in Rising World, but because you're stuck in terms of a time period, you have to come up with engineering solutions to some of your problems. So you'll see that there's people that have a lot of windmill powered things. The game is relatively complex in that it has physics, which you have to constantly think about, because if you don't, it might all fall apart around you. Literally. The physics will actually drop a building on your head. Hey, farmer, welcome. Long time no see. How have you been? Oops, and we're out of timber, so it's not going to build anything else. Let's see here. I have a hammer, a pickaxe, an axe. I don't think there's anything else I need right now, except I need to figure out what I did with everything that I made for one of the quests. And the farm. I think that's all upstairs here. I think. But you can really engineer some interesting things in this game. Yes, this is everything. And it's a challenge to actually do it correctly, because you can definitely have things fall apart really fast, because the physics will kick in and tell you that whatever it is you're trying to build, you can't actually build, and down it all comes around you. Which is super frustrating when you're like, okay, I almost have this all done, everything is just about set, I'll just place this one more thing, and it all comes down. You're sitting here going, you can't be serious. There's no way. So that part really does take a lot of work and practice to figure out how to actually make that all work properly together. And that's part of what I'm doing, is kind of trying to figure that all out, because I didn't do anything with the game for quite a while. So then coming back in and trying to remember what I'm doing and how things work, and actually finalize or complete my education on a lot of these things has been a lot of fun, and it's more of a challenge in a lot of ways than Rising World. Lady De Winter, hello. I'm good, farmer. I'm doing very well, thank you. And like I said, with the announcement of the new update for Rising World, I will probably be getting back into an actual survival series for that, because that should really be a lot of fun once that comes out. Lady, did you read the update that's coming for Rising World? Let's see, let's just place that. Can I do... Oh, it's going to want it sideways, isn't it? Maybe. No, it doesn't really care. I placed it, so it's good. Okay. Yay! Okay. I got that quest. I'm trying to get to the part where I can actually make everything farm. Okay. So, I think that part's good. Oh, I can craft and place an oven now. That's excellent. Let's do that, except that I need to pay claim blocks. Well, 4 hours, 5 hours, yeah. Do that. Find some other things to give the other claim blocks. And let's see if I can get the oven in here. Is it in here? No. So that would be a craftable item then. Let's go over here. Yes, dungeon baddies. And just random bandits that will spawn, apparently. So that's going to be fun. Locking doors are about to become much more important. Hansen, I don't know. I might start streaming to Twitch as well. I figured I would start with YouTube because it would be kind of the easiest. I don't have any clay on me. So, I figured start here and then see how it goes and kind of decide from there. And I can definitely, yeah, with the indoor background, you can really tell. Part of it really is just, I guess, an extended test to see how well the chroma key settings will do. Because, like I said, I wasn't 100% sure. There's a difference between recording and streaming in terms of how my computer's going to handle. So I figured I would see how that went and then plan from there. Yeah, you know, lady, I've really heard some disturbing things about how YouTube is handling monetization, how they're handling any kind of issues, really. It really does seem like they're really not at all friendly towards their smaller content creators lately. Oh, and you're having problems with your hand. Yeah, that really does suck. It's really difficult when you have health problems because sometimes your body does not react the way that you would like it to. Let's close that back up. And, I mean, you guys probably don't get that cold where you are, lady, but I would imagine that any kind of cold really doesn't help your hands at all. There we go. Okay, one oven coming up. It does take a little bit longer to craft larger items. Oh, here we go. See, this is what I wanted. Harvester, plow, and cedar. We need large chests. So, metal parts. I got a bunch of those. And planks. Not so many of those, but I can make those. So do that really quickly while I go place the oven. And then see what I can make. No, I can't use any of that stuff. That's totally different. There we go. So let's just pick this up and take it with us. Oh wow, you guys are actually getting below freezing? We're actually... I hate to jinx it, but we're actually having a pretty mild winter here. I'm sure that that will last. But it has been nice while it is lasting. It has been very nice. Okay. I don't really want to use anything that I have on me right now for fuel. So I'm going to go get something else for fuel. I'll just leave that right there. '60s and then wet and below freezing? Oh my gosh. That would just completely wreak havoc with my sinuses. That sounds absolutely terrible. Yeah, I think 3 things of those. Ooh. Grab a couple things of berries. I wonder if I have... This is empty. Let me take this. I'm going to move some of the food storage over to that other building because my plan is that that's going to be the food storage, basically. How much? I do still have room. Because I increased my inventory space when I set the game up, so. I'm all set, even if it is a little bit cheaty. Okay. And do I have an empty one of these? These, I think, can actually be used as fuel. Let's double check that. I really don't need to close that because I turned barbarians off, so I don't have to worry about them showing up because honestly, they're getting to be a little bit much. It's like, hey, I'm over here trying to build something. You guys need to go away. Alright, let's make some bread. That's my next quest anyway, is to craft and consume bread. And then I think up here is going to be a good spot for the storage. And these wooden crates are kind of nice. They have arrows on them that tell you what the front is. Put those. And you can actually stack them as well. So I'll be able to put more here. I'll just keep out some of pretty much everything. And kind of pack the rest of it away. I'll have to make some more wooden crates. I do like the oven though. It actually, and see, this is also nice because Medieval Engineers actually has that cooking and baking aspect. See you later, farmer. Have a good day. Not doing well with your COPD. Yeah, I would imagine not. I don't think anybody really does well with those kind of weather changes. I don't think that works out very well for anybody. Okay, perfect. I'll probably turn the volume up a little bit on this. I have completed that quest and more linseed oil. And linseed oil comes from flax, which means I really need that farm up and running. Yeah, and see, that's something I really do want to increase. I kind of want to, I've had a bit of an off year with streaming, with recording, so I'd really like to get back into more of a regular schedule. Soup with bread. So yeah, I'm hoping that come the new year, that horn noise, that is when you have gained knowledge. So completing a quest, it sounds this big horn, which is kind of kooky, but it's a little bit cool at the same time. Let's see, soup with bread is 40 food and 2 vigor. Spiced bread is 30 food, 0.5 vigor. But then tree cutting, shoveling, and mining abilities are boosted. I kind of have to go with the soup with bread. I think that's a little bit better. So we'll leave that to cook. And let's go see about making everything that I need to get the farm up and running. How are we doing here? Doing well with planks. So then we need large chests. I think just 2 of them. The harvester, yeah, just 2 of them. Okay. So next, we need timbers. I don't have quite that many. So I'm going to use those up quickly. The plow, oh, ouch, 60 metal parts. Okay. So we need more metal parts. I have some. And I also need more timbers. Let's do that for timbers. That'll make some of the timbers we need. Yeah, not enough though. See, now, okay, Mist looked really interesting except for the straight up creepy part. I gotta admit, that was kind of what made me go, well, that's interesting to watch, but I don't want to do it. Because it just looked so creepy. And then Hold Your Own looked really interesting, but I don't know. Lady, you just seem to have really bad luck with bears. I don't know what it is, but you really seem to have bad luck with bears. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, everyday videos, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And that's something that I can't do. So I need to figure out really what's going to work for me with my schedule. No matter what game. Yes, it's so true. So true. Okay, so I think 4 flaxseed. Is it going to give me 1 more? I think it will. Yes, okay. So now I've unlocked steel. Now the steel tools and everything are like the best. Bronze, steel, charcoal, and iron. See, I knew that iron thing was going to come back to bite me. Huh. Okay. Well, first off, I do need more metal parts. So let's make a bunch more of those so that I can finish the farming. Yeah, and see, I'm kind of wondering if maybe, like, I don't know, a couple times a week might end up being a good schedule for me. I'll just experiment. I think that's really all that you can do, is just do some experiments and see what ends up working out the best. And go with it, because it really is hard to actually upload that frequently. Christmas? Ah! Don't ask that! I'm not at all ready. I shouldn't say that. My mother's coming over for Christmas, so she will come, I'll go pick her up Christmas Eve, and then she'll spend Christmas Eve and Christmas here with me, because I have both days off. And no, I'm not ready. Why would I be ready? I'm half ready. Let's put it that way. Because that sounds a lot better than, oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing. half ready sounds much better. It really does. Ooh, you're baking? Yum. Gift card Christmas, handmade Christmas. I'm getting a few presents for people this year, but to me, it's difficult to actually get Christmas presents for everybody, because why does that think that it can, like, build off at an angle? That's actually really frustrating. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna build in the exact center here, and we'll work with that. Oh, nice. Well, that'll be nice to go and see your mom. Let's see. How do I want to do this? See, this is the more difficult part of the game, because this is the engineering part. Like, there's no blueprint that you can use to make farm equipment, really. There's no, like with Rising World with the boats, you get everything together, you place the basic boat, and then you kind of build off that, and you're just giving it the materials that it needs, basically. That's not how Medieval Engineers works. You actually have to figure out what you're going to, or how you're going to build something, which can be really tricky. So if the plow is on the front going down, the harvester's on the front coming up, and the seeder's in the middle. I wonder if these things need to actually be separated. Huh. A really good question. Why do seriously? I ran out of timbers again? Okay. Alright, I'll put the cedar on and then go get more timbers. What, now you don't want to place it? What if I take the timber off? There we go. I don't know if this will work. Guess we'll find out. Wow, 93 is really impressive. Really, really impressive. Let's try that at the top. And I have to figure out where I'm placing the wheels once I have more timbers. That is great. I would love to be active and in good shape and healthy when I'm 93. That's an amazing accomplishment, really. A very difficult accomplishment, but amazing. Okay, so no idea if this design will work or not. This right here would be the tricky part of Medieval Engineers. do that. I'm not sure how far down to bring the wheels. I guess we'll find out. Oh. You are sticking out too far. That's going to be a problem. Let's put... see if I can... oops. I can do that. And that. And then remove the front piece. Let's see if this works. Yes, because those are still held in place. Okay. Which side did I... oh, I put that on the front. That's where... that's what my mistake was. That's why it looked odd. It's like, I don't really understand why this looks so different. Well, it looks different because I put this in the wrong place. There we go. Okay. Let's try putting wheels on this and see what happens. Ah. No, that's totally the wrong way. If I do that... actually, what if I take these off? Well, you know, I think everybody's hearing goes a little bit, and your eyesight fades as you get older. But I think if you're mentally still there, I would say that that is probably the most important thing. See, if I do it forward, it'll work, but that looks really weird. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. What if... nope, that won't work either. If I go back, that might work. Like that. We'll see. Trial and error, which is fun at times, wildly frustrating at other times. So I did it in one. And then that. And then that. This may actually work. I'm going to be really excited if it does. Alright, well, thank you for stopping in, lady. Have a good rest of your day. I hope your hands feel better. Checking on dinner? Okay. Sounds good, Hansen. One there. And if I do another there, it's going to be a really small cart. Well, it's not really a cart. Really small piece of farm equipment. But if it works, then I can expand on the design, is my hope. Let's see. I need that. And I'm going to want that. 7. Actually, let's maybe do a piece all the way across, providing a little bit more of a stabilized front and rear. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put the rope eye plates on both sides. Okay, this is the really risky part. I'm going to set it down. And we'll see what happens. Alright, the plow is lowered. And it doesn't move. Okay. So So they're not high enough up off the ground. Alright, well, for one thing, let's pull the plow back up. They're not... The wheels aren't spinning. Oh, but you know what? I might know why. I might know why. Can't make a timber bigger than that. So what if I do... 6 and 6. I'm going to see if I can change this without necessarily having to, come on. All right, that was interesting. That was interesting. Can I flip it? Probably not. Let's see. Can I get it to do the, whoa, same thing? Not really. There we go. Alright, now I have wreckage to collect because that did not work. Definitely did not work. Okay. Let's see what I can salvage here. None of that. That's all, like, literally broken. Wow. Okay. Tricky thing is, what did we learn from this? Where did I lose the other wheel? No idea where I lost the other wheel. Huh. Okay. Well, that's certainly interesting. Let's go ahead and pick all this back up, because we're clearly not going to be able to flip it. Okay, that's damaged. I guess I'm not picking that up then. So, alright. Let's see, now this gets a little difficult, because where exactly did I go wrong? Maybe it was having too many other blocks attached to the catch block. Because I don't think that there's a right or a wrong way to have these catch blocks on. So it couldn't have been that. Alright. There we go. Now it's correct. Okay. No, see. I need round timbers, I think. Okay, we're going to try this another way. We're going to try round timbers. Oops, if I can get in through my doorway here. Actually, I really don't need that many round timbers. I really just need to do one. But I am going to need... Okay, so there's my round timbers. I am going to need to make this wider. I'm thinking... I kind of would like to do one that's 3 wide, but pulling it is going to be an issue. Okay, so we need to do a couple more wheels. And And did I lose? No, I got all 4 catch blocks. So I'm good on that. 4 wheels should be fine because I really don't think that I need to have... I don't think I need to have it too wide. I shouldn't. Not that that's like an automatic, you know, I'm not necessarily immediately right about that. That's what I'm trying to say. So here's the part where I need a ton of metal parts. And I need more timbers. I always need more timber. I'm going to take him. We're just going to turn that into timber. And then metal parts. I'm going to go grab those. So... there we go. Okay. I'm just going to leave those there. They'll be fine. Let's see if we can make this work. So, how did I determine? Alright, so coming up, actually, let's maybe do this another way. What if I have a timber coming down like that, and then can I attach? See, I'd like it to be more here on the outside, but it doesn't really want to do that. Where could I think I do have to put it forward more. Maybe. I'll just keep experimenting until I find a way that works, really. That's what's gonna happen. Just have to think about how I'm supporting this. So I do that. And then that. And that. And that. I don't know how that'll work. Welcome back. I discovered that my first design did not work. And I flipped it several times in the process of discovering that. So now we're trying a different design. Where are my round timbers? I had, yes, round timbers. Come on. Okay. So, I think I just need to make sure. I wonder how heavy I can make this before I can't move it. That's another concern, as I could potentially end up with something that's too heavy to move. And it really looks like that's in the way. It's got to be in the way. Let's see if I go down one more. There are hostels. I just have them turned off right now because they were driving me crazy. So the game has bandits, which I'm not sure if that's too low, which you can turn off the hostile AI and then you won't have them, which is what I did. But generally speaking, yes, you would have an actual very distinct threat to deal with because they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Like, they just kind of keep coming back. You can't ever... You can't really get rid of them. Well, you can by turning them off, which is what I did, because I lost patience with them. But it gives you something that's constantly... kind of constantly coming after you, and they will destroy things that you build, because they'll keep hacking at it with their little mace. I think most of them just have a mace. Some of them have swords. And they'll kind of keep hacking at it until they have it practically destroyed. So, maybe all the way. I'll try that. So that's something that you kind of have to constantly worry about, is where the bandits are, what they're doing. And they kind of come up out of nowhere. Like, they're very quiet, so there's no warning. Just all of a sudden, boom, there's a bandit. You're like, oh my gosh, where did you come from? And can I send you back there? Which is kind of what I did. Can I attach these? No, I can't attach them directly to that. That really is kind of a bummer. I take this and do that. Then, does that work? It looks like it did. Come on, I really want you to work. I really want to get the farm up and running. And it looks good. It looks like it would work. I'm just not 100% sure. And then you can also, you can adjust, basically, how many barbarians you have to deal with. So you can, like, by default, I think it's on ×10, and you can reduce that, like ×1, ×5, and that basically affects their spawn rate. Alright, if I jump up on this, what's it gonna do? Nothing. Excellent. Come on. There we go. Okay. Then you need one. And then, what happens if... Okay. So this might work. This might work. Alright, I'm going to release it. And let's see if I've actually built a working farm machine. Okay, first I have to actually let the plows down. There we go. Attach rope. It works. Awesome. So now I need to automate this. That's the next thing. Because I don't want to have to keep moving it manually. I would like to just have it work automatically, which is what the rope drum and the hand crank are for. I just have to know how to actually set them up correctly, which at the moment I don't. So that's a thing to learn. But, meantime, I do want a bit of a safe parking spot for this thing, sort of. Because I don't want it just rolling away. So let's say, what's about the middle of this? About there. Okay. So, if I push that a bit further, it will push down into its little timber, which will lock it in place, or hold it in place, not really lock it. Okay, we'll pull up the plow arms. Now, ideally, it would have been sowing seeds behind the plow the whole way, but I did not have it set up to do that, so it didn't. Now, this is too wide. I don't think I really want to make it any wider than that, because then I'm worried about weight. So, I'm kind of wondering if I can push it over a little bit so it's a bit closer to that light. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, come on. No. I need you. It's not turning on the axis that I want it to. I want it to be straight. So basically, there we go, to lay tracks almost. Oh, not like that. Okay. So now I should be able to, yes, connect to this coming down. And it's relatively straight. Relatively. Okay. I don't really want it raising it up. I already know it's not really connected to anything in the ground. Maybe just like that. Okay. Because I should be able to actually push that thing over sideways into this. I'm hoping. Let's make sure I'm out of the way so this thing can actually place properly. But maybe if I make 2 tracks... Oh, you're in the way. Well, let's fix that. If I make 2 tracks here for it... Nope, other way. There we go. I could actually put the lights right on the corners of these. Well, maybe it'd be better if I tried to anchor them a little bit. It would look good. Not entirely certain how effective it's going to be in terms of keeping it in place. But it looks good. There we go. I figure once I actually get a little bit more figured out in terms of some of the engineering aspects, then I'll go ahead and turn the hostile AI back on. Come on, push. No pushing? No pushing. A little bit of a problem because I was expecting to be able to push you. It might be that this is too far down, but these are up, right? Yep, those are up. Come on. Comes down just fine, but it doesn't really want to move back. Oh, there we go. It's all about the angle sometimes. Alright, now we're going up. And I also want it to go over. It is. It's kind of moving over. A little bit. It's very slow. Very slow. I can't really tell what's slowing it down. Like, I don't know how far over. Eee, that is definitely not far enough over. That kind of is. Yes. That is good. Now, I can kind of move this. Nope, we don't. Oh, there we go. This is easier on flat ground. I'm wondering if this would be even easier if I kind of move the wheels a little bit away from it and have them sit in their own track, except no, because, well, I don't know if I can get them to sit in a track like that. That might be a better option, and I keep running into this and it keeps moving. Really probably a good thing that the whole thing is connected together, so at least it moves together, except it doesn't want to move back now. Can I pick it up with my magic rope there? There we go. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out... Oh, I wonder if you can make a weight, and I wonder if that would do it. Hold on. Go away. Pick up. Wonder if that would do it. Oh, that's good that yours is doing good. Mine are doing wonderfully. They're asleep in a chair behind me. They're very happy with their spoiled lifestyle. Unfortunately, my dog is not doing quite so well. She's really just showing signs of her age. She's about 13. So it does kind of make sense that she would be having some problems. Which, you know, is sad, but she's not having horrible problems. She's just having some bladder control issues. So she wants to go out every hour. And she's on medication, which helps a little bit. Every once in a while she has an accident. And every once in a while she kind of falls down a little bit. But generally speaking, she's doing really well. I'm very happy, and I'm really thankful for whatever time I have left with her, just because I know it's not necessarily going to be much. So I'm just glad that she's still with me. And I don't really want to work through the night, so let's see, I saw my bed up here, right? Yes. This wonderful mod for this game, because unlike Rising World, this game doesn't have a default where you can sleep through the night, so somebody made a mod for it. So, now you can actually sleep through the night, which is very handy when you are recording. Alright, sounds good. Very handy when you are recording so that you do not have to try and record in the dark. Okay. What do I have? I have a tin ingot. I need charcoal. Why am I making charcoal again? Totally just drew a blank on that. I made charcoal in a while. Not there. Oh. Right there. Okay. So, that requires logs. Let's grab a bunch of logs. Toss them all in. And make up a bunch of charcoal. Oh, I forgot. I've got a ton of timber here, too. I'm over here worrying about making timber. Silly me. We'll just grab this stuff. I do need to kind of smooth this entrance out a bit. Still a lot of work to do on the village. It's an oyster. I don't remember what I can make with those. This way. Yes. So, I need this to be a little bit more... Oops. Whoa. Okay. So that just happened. That was fun. Okay. Let's try just reclaiming these. I don't think we actually broke anything. I think we just irritated the system. There we go. It all falls right back down. Kind of wondering, would have been a better idea to try and do this whole farming thing on flatter terrain. Problem is, there really is no flatter terrain. So, kind of is what it is. Of course, I could always try and do a better job of a boat and make a fishing boat. Go fishing instead. Come on. What on earth is that? It's like a scorch pattern or something from when I hit. Interesting. Okay, let's try this corner idea one more time here. So, let's try this way. Come on. Be even. Yes, I think that's even. Except, going up and across is going to be a little bit difficult this way. And by a little, I mean vastly. So there's that. Okay, there we go. Let's actually try and make this not quite so crazily tall. There we go. Alright. Now we have to figure out how we're doing this. I think I need to actually have it stair step up. maybe. This is definitely going to be interesting from Cosmic. Welcome. How are you doing today, dude? Okay, you're gonna have to move over. That really wasn't, like, at all. No. I guess it's close enough. Yeah. Should be able to clear it now. Ooh, no. That's gonna have to go up top. Yeah. This might look a little weird, but I think might actually work. I'm gonna be shocked if it does. Oh, work. That's no fun. Today's my last day off, so I'm trying to enjoy what I have left of my weekend and not think about the fact that I have to go back to work tomorrow. That whole making a living thing. Okay. So, this might work. Still have to redo my little farm thing so I can have tracks on it. But this might work. Not having a great deal of luck getting a farm up and running. This is like hideously difficult for some stupid reason. Actually, I know the reason. It's called physics. And physics is a tricky little thing. Okay. Now, the fun part of this, aside from getting this to go sideways, is it going to jump over? I don't think so. I actually needed both wheels to go sideways. Thank you. Seriously? Really? No movement at all. Okay. There we go. That was movement. See, I need a track for these wheels to go down in, which means that after building the track, I then have to basically disassemble what I made and remake it. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to need to be a little bit more solid coming down through here. And I'm going to have to do some more landscaping. I really kind of thought I was done with that whole landscaping thing. Okay. Now, this part's going to be tricky because it can't be that high or the wheels won't clear it because the wheels aren't that high. Yeah, it's not working very well. Come on, come on. What are you, like, caught on that or something? I don't know if it's really too heavy. Like, I worried about that when I was making it. If I would end up with something that was a little bit too heavy. But I want it set up so that I have a rope drum on it and everything, because I have this hill to work with, unless I decide to completely relocate my farming area, which I gotta admit is looking a little bit more appealing, because I would have to bring these wheels out except that these wheels aren't really big enough to go over what I need them to. So, I don't know how I could, like, stair step this. I'm pretty sure the answer is I can't. I don't know if planks would work any better. Probably really not. No, that totally wasn't what I was thinking. Oh yeah. Let's try that. Yeah. Not always very good with the rotate keys. Yeah, and see, then that doesn't come up enough. Building a track for it may not work. And I do have the train mod installed. So that might be the best idea, is to like run a track up the middle and then build off the sides. Who did that? Ivan? I think Ivan did something like that. Except he had his tracks going in a circle, I think. But I think he did something like that. That worked out really well. So that might be kind of where I need to go. Oh, that means a lot of metal. Well, you can do the wooden tracks. So I can try it with the wooden version and see how that works. Yeah, that might be a much better idea because this one's not working out so well. First, though, let's see. Master tools. Oh, that's right. You wait. You're 6 hours. 3 areas that you own are going to expire in less than an hour. I know timbers aren't really the ideal thing, but that gives that a little bit more time. And who's expiring? It thinks all of them are expiring. They're not all expiring. Oh, and I needed linen. That's kind of a nice thing about doing a live stream, is that I think it allows me to be a little bit more scatterbrained instead of trying to... Oh, it has 8 hours too. Instead of trying to be very focused about getting one thing done, I can kind of run around and do random things, which is nice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. You know, once you leave work. No, I need a bunch of the stuff out of there. Alright, let's do this iron thing. Stop. Or not iron, steel. I need 2 iron ingots. Okay, and I think I need to make 5 for, yep, 5 for those quests. While I'm looking at those, is there anything else? Oh, grist mills. See, these I want. Siege mechanics. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You too. I really like the ones where you and Epic and Kitten are doing live streams together. Those are pretty funny. Wrong thing. Cool. There we go. Are we out of, we're out of charcoal. So, luckily, I have all these logs next to me here. And let's make more charcoal. See how much charcoal I get out of one log. Because I wasn't really paying attention before. I just threw a bunch of logs in and told it to make charcoal. 3 charcoal per log. Okay. Let's throw the others in. I could use some more. And then one more steel. Oh, which does mean if I'm going to be making steel, that means I have to have more iron. There's going to be a lot more traveling coming up. For sure. Because I seriously don't think that there is any actual iron anywhere near me. I think all I have is copper and tin, unfortunately. Alright, let's douse that. Okay, I have completed those quests. Now, yeah, you can't make forge there. Or there. Alright, gotta go find the nearest crafting table, which I'm pretty sure I left over here somewhere. Right? Yeah. Because the other thing that I do want to work on is a better ship. So I might want to try doing some fishing. That might work better than... Oops, forge. Nope, smithy. Forge. There we go. Timber. Linseed oil. Seriously, first I have to make another smithy. Do you need the smithy once you make the forge? I don't know. Metal ingot and a timber. There go my steel ingots. Logs. Let's go. Oh, actually, let's put planks over here so that it can keep crafting those. But I really do need, I'm going to need more linseed oil. I'm going to need a lot more rope, which means a lot more flax. That's the thing that you have to have a farm for, is that flax. So, oh, I still have them in my inventory. Yeah, a little scatterbrain. Actually, a lot scatterbrain, really. That's my typical morning. Totally scatterbrain. So it wanted... What did it want? Oh, logs. There we go. So now we'll make that. And then... Oh, shit. I had the steel ingots in my crafting queue and it used them. I now need to go make 5 more steel ingots, and it's a good thing that I still have more iron, because I'm going to need that. And I think I'm going to need to be making up a whole bunch of food so that I can do a bunch of fast traveling, because I'm going to need more iron. And I think, let's see, I think you find the most amount of iron in the tropical regions. From what I've noticed, anyway. So I'm going to have to go tropical regions. Alright, let's just make up as many as we can here. Because we're going to need them. We're not going to get as many as we need, though. we're gonna be one short. Ooh, one short, really? But yeah, I think we are, because 3, that's gonna make another 1. Yeah, we're gonna be one short. Okay. And I don't think I have any more iron, like anywhere. That's all copper. I don't have any in the house. I think we're gonna have to make a tropical run, because I don't have any more iron anywhere. Oh, it ran through all its fuel. Well, you're a nasty little thing. You shouldn't have done that. I didn't want you to do that. Never mind. How are we doing on ingredients? Not bad, and we might not actually need any more right away. So, I'll check over here really quickly, but I'm pretty darn sure I don't have any more iron anywhere. Yeah, I don't. And that means, yeah, no, that's just metal parts. Okay. That means we need to do some quick work on the boat, and then we need to do some fast traveling. So let's go grab I don't know that I really need all of those. Wow, I made a lot. Can't really put a whole lot in here, can I? But I don't really want to take a whole lot of this with me either. Kind of a just in case type of thing. So, what else do I have for storage here? Storage crate. Let's do one of those. See what I can put in it. Yeah, I've got all this space along the back side here. What can I leave in you? No. No. So, what? Food items? Like, that seems a little bit ridiculous. Just small stuff, then? Yeah, like, okay, just small stuff. Put the wheat in there. We'll hold wheat. What else? Let's just make that really quickly. That way I can set a few more things down that I don't want to take with me. Kind of a just-in-case type of thing. Yeah, I don't need small stones. And then combine those, and I can leave those. I think we're good. Now, how many of these am I taking? All of them. Absolutely all of them. Okay. Now this is going to be nice because I have to get myself off of here, basically. Oops, and then still be able to get back on it in a minute. So, add some additional flotation devices and see. No, not even remotely close. Who did? Oh. Somebody did a ladder. Might have been Epic. Who did a ladder up the side of his ship. Or was it Ivan? Somebody made a ladder up the side of their ship so they could climb on from the water. Was it that? That might be. Let's try that. Because I definitely need a way to get onto this thing. And it's not really, like, being helpful in that regard. Hey, hey, come back here. Come back here. Okay. Is that gonna work at all? No. It's not. Come on. Come back. Come back. Come back with me. Okay. Maybe it's not working because it's not set correctly. Yeah, that doesn't want to at all. Let's try the actual stairs. Which... Oh, I think I'm going to actually need to have something for them to build off of. So... I do that, and because I don't want to unbalance this, I'll do that on both sides. Actually, we'll just make that like a front piece all the way across. That looks a little bit better. Now, is it that there's like... Is it too much of a shallow end there? It's possible. Okay. So now this is a bit deeper water. So... Still doesn't want to place it. Maybe it's not quite deep enough water. Idea won't work. Always a possibility. What if I do that? No, because then the bottom of the ladder's not even remotely accessible. Do I need to make... Do I need to hand make one? I mean, they don't work all that well, but maybe. Nothing else is gonna do it. Work ladder. Ship's ladder, trapdoor. Ship's ladder 3. The work ladder would be cool if it was short. See, that's like, that's the problem. Okay, that completely did not work. Oh my gosh, that was really funny. It totally not what I was trying to do, but really funny nonetheless. How do I get a ladder on here so I can get on this thing? By bringing it close enough in? What about that? Like... Okay, that worked. There's just one little thing. I'm not sure it's actually connected to the... Yeah, it's not connected to the ship. So, that doesn't actually work. You can place the ladder and get on, but that's not actually connected to the ship. Alright. Let's see about kind of improving our overall size, basically. Oops. Sometimes it's hard to get these things to line up properly. They don't always want to. And in all fairness, I don't really know how many I actually need. I could be completely overdoing it, which I probably am. But considering the fact that, you know, I have managed to flip one of these before, I think we're going to go ahead and stick with what I consider to be a healthy amount of paranoia. Just say it's completely healthy. Now, let's kind of pull ourselves out here a little bit. There we go. I think we need a different box. 3 by 2 by 3. Four by 2 by 3. This might be a good one for the sides, because I think we need to actually have some sides to our ship. We need to be a little bit less like a giant floating barge, and this should help. And eventually, I may actually have a very nice vessel. What? I'm out? Shoot. And it was such a pain to get back on. I don't really want to turn around. We just, like, do the extras on the sides and kind of call that good, maybe? We'll just cover up our holes here that are just, you know, look like you could put a foot through and have a tragic accident. Maybe if I just do this, because basically, I don't want to fall off the ship. That's kind of where I'm coming from with all this. I don't want to fall off the ship. It is a little unbalanced right there, but we might just live with it because I don't want to go back. So that, and we're just going to put this in a little bit. Yeah, it'll look a little weird. It'll be fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. Where did I... Right about the middle. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So now we have a somewhat secure vessel. Let's pull away. And let's see here. Let's go that way. Swing this around. Of course, I do realize that if I make a larger ship, it's going to be a bit of a pain to actually control properly. So, you never know. A larger ship might not be such a great idea. But I do want to figure out the fishing vessels. Not so much the fishing vessels as fishing nets. Those look really cool. You can see my secondary little base coming into view over there. And the nice thing, I can just hit T and it just like keeps going. So it's a bit of a hands-free option. And we have enough food, let's have a little bit more food here, that I should be able to fast travel to where I need to go to get the iron. I think I have, yeah, and I have a little bit of a bronze pickaxe left, and I have an iron pickaxe. So I think I'll be okay. I can hope. I don't really want to have to make a bunch of additional crafting stations, just because those can get kind of spendy after a while. Whoops, turning the wrong way. I should just focus on what I'm doing and actually get my ship to the next dock, instead of being all scatterbrained and distracted and bouncing around between a bunch of different things. I should just focus. We didn't see the whale this time. Unless you guys see it and I missed it, which is possible. But I didn't see the whale this time. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. The whales are really cool. I think that they're possibly one of the best parts about the water mod is the whales. They are awesome. Almost there. Almost there. And on a side note, thinking about actually starting up another Rising World survival series with the upcoming update in mind. Oops, 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 oops. I think that, whoa. Come on, this way. Oop. You get a lot of movement from something very small, really. I think that I would like to start working on the series before the update actually goes live. And my reasoning for that, sweet, that didn't hurt at all. Okay, you stay there and I'll be back for you. But my reasoning for that is to actually have some place that's really safe from mobs is going to be a fair amount of work. So I think it might be worthwhile to get a bit of a head start and have some place that's built up and secure before the update drops. So I may start that soon. Alright, and now I don't anticipate needing lumber. I don't anticipate needing planks. Just that. So, alright. Now, iron would be in this area. So let's start here. Fast travel there. And eat. Because, you know, fast traveling is a hungry business. Okay. So the first thing that I want is to actually figure out where the road is. Oh, I see iron. So the discoloration, this is iron. And, happy little thing that I actually learned from Cosmic, if you are mining, you can go ahead and hit G and then take your finger off the mouse button and hit G again. And it's a bug in the game that you can exploit to basically auto mine, which is super handy when you really need to do a lot of mining. You're like, I don't really feel like having to keep clicking so many times because that does get super difficult. I find that it gets really hard on my fingers. Of course, when you have to switch pickaxes, then, you know, you kind of lose that. Now, I'd like to find... Sometimes you can actually find ores just laying about on the surface like this, which is really handy when you're first starting out, because otherwise you would never get anywhere. Thinking this whole thing is probably iron under here. So, here's what we're going to do. Getting out of here may be a little tricky. But, we're going to basically just auto-mine for a little while here, because I really need the iron. So, we're just going to hang out and mine for a little while. And I would share my adorable cats with everybody, but they're asleep, and if I disturb them, they won't be happy and they won't be adorable. And my dog has apparently decided that I make too much noise for her to sleep peacefully, so she's left the room. She's very big on sleep in her old age. I get an awful lot of dirty looks if I'm making too much noise or anything like that. She wants quiet. She wants dark. She wants to nap all day. Which kind of sounds like the perfect life, honestly. I wouldn't mind that life. Let's see. I kind of like to have, well, I'm kind of thinking that I might just mine until the iron pickaxe breaks, because at that point I won't have a pickaxe and I can't mine anymore. And then I will head back. I don't know if I can fast travel from where I'm at or not. I can. Sweet. So I don't have to worry about climbing out of the pit. I can just fast travel, which will be really convenient. Maybe about a quarter of the way through the pickaxe. Just going to kind of get as much iron as I possibly can. So I want to focus on the areas that are really pretty much just rock, not so much the areas that have any dirt in them, because I don't really want dirt. Dirt is not going to actually do anything for me. It's the iron that's going to help me out here. And then once we've got all our iron, we can go back and make some more steel, and then we'll be able to finish out these two quests that are up here, the Master's Tools and Steel Weapons. And let's see. So I do have a couple other quests. There's Hoardings, which is an extra. It has to do with a mod that I have. And then Additional Blocks is another one from a mod. And then the mechanical grist mills and sawmills. Really want to get those going. But to do that, I have to have the farm up and running, really, because I'm going to need a lot of linseed oil. I think it's a lot. I know you need linseed oil. I'm kind of just assuming that it's a lot of linseed oil. And linseed oil comes from flax. So I need more flax. A lot more flax. We're about halfway through the pickaxe here, so we're kind of winding down. And how are we doing? Oh, we have almost 100 iron, so that's really good. Granted, we did pick up those couple of pieces on the surface, and we did have a little bit of the bronze pickaxe left to get us started. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And then the other thing with the mechanical sawmill and grist mill that's going to be very tricky is that, again, physics. I have seen people struggle so hard to get, because both of those are windmill powered. So you have to build a windmill. And I have seen people struggle so hard with that. The physics on the windmills, oh my gosh, that just seems to be like the hardest thing. So I really anticipate that being a great deal of trial and error. We'll kind of see how that goes. But I do definitely anticipate trial and error on that one. We'll see. Oh. That is like even better iron. Nice. Okay. Just checking to make sure that there wasn't any important missed calls. And there weren't. Just a bunch of messages. Okay. We're winding down. We're almost through the pickaxe. And then, well, I've been streaming for a little over 2 hours. So, I think what we're going to do, come on, is finish off finish getting the steel, get the iron back to base, make steel, all that. And then once we get these 2 quests done, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I wasn't really 100% sure how long I would be streaming for. When I started this morning, I wasn't sure if it was going to be under 2 hours or over 2 hours, because it has been a while since I've actually streamed. But I think about 2 hours is probably good. Yep. Okay. Wow. We've dug down like a ways. Quite a ways. Let's take a good couple of pictures here. Okay. And now let's fast travel. There we go. And we'll go ahead and bring the display back. I find it more convenient to have that display up than not. And as long as we're running through the wheat, we might as well grab the wheat. Okay, so back to our main base. And we're going to make, you know, I don't really think I want to actually put anything in there since we didn't really finish updating the boat. I think I'm just going to keep that in my personal inventory. Because, interesting thing, your personal inventory doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever on your weight. Like, the system does not seem to care when it's looking at weight to determine whether or not it's going to capsize the ship. You can be carrying like a full inventory of large stones, and it doesn't even seem to notice. But boy, you put something inside any of the containers and oh my gosh, all of a sudden you've got trouble. It's the craziest thing. I'm trying to actually stay well hydrated because, you know, it's been a while since I've talked for 2 hours. So, I don't know. This is 16 ounces, or no, this is 20 ounces, and it looks like I've maybe had like a quarter of it, so it's probably not actually as hydrated as I should be. Of course, I started my morning with almost a full pot of coffee, so it's not like this is the only thing I've had to drink today. Oh, come on, we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm excited because once we finish these two quests, the Master Tools and the Steel Weapons, that, I think, is all that we need. Yes, that is what we need to unlock. Master Tools is what we need to unlock all the railroading quests. And I'm really excited about those. I have a couple of different ideas for what I want to do with the railroads. One, I'm definitely going to do what Cosmic suggested and just do the train up and down for kind of a close-in farm. But then I found an area that is like... well, it might actually be almost more over here. Or like right up here somewhere, kind of on the edge of the two kingdoms, where it's got this really nice big field. And it's not perfectly flat, but it's got a fairly gentle slope. So it's definitely a good spot for farming, I think. Let's... there we go. That's not bad. I mean, we'll kind of keep improving on the ship. So that part isn't bad at all. And I assume that with practice, you get better at building ships that actually, you know, stay afloat. Things like that. We're gonna grab those. Oh, we did get 5. I'm amazed. So that's kind of funny because that means that we didn't really need to do all that running around. Do I have nothing up here that's... oh, yes I do. I was going to say, don't I have anything up here that's flammable? While I'm at it, I'm just going to empty it and take it. Oh, I was going to build that, but I don't have all the materials for it right now. See? Scatterbrain me. I'm in the middle of like 20 different things, and I'm going the wrong way. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's make a whole bunch of iron. And then we're going to... ah, wrong way. I keep getting text messages. Like, people, hush. I'm busy. I'm very busy. Okay. Now we have our steel ingots. So, where's what we're trying to make? That. Ah, a log. 1 log. Don't I have that around here somewhere? No, that's all like food stuff. I'll grab that because that's what I need. I'm just gonna grab, generally speaking, everything. Oh, that's not. No, and that's all wheat, which I don't like. Wheat doesn't need to be out here. It really doesn't. I need 1 log. Okay. Come on. Quickly. 1 log. Just need 1 of you. There we go. 1 of you. Perfect. We're almost there. Almost there. It's kind of very exciting going through all the quests. Okay. Alright. Go. Craft. Begin. As it ambles along. It'll get there. Eventually. There we go. Steel sword unlocked. Alright. Now where do we want to put this? Not out here. Let's... oh. But wait, it wants more linseed oil. There we go. Craft 1 steel hammer. Okay. So we are going to need more steel, basically. We'll put this here. There we are. Oh, see, you can craft them all. So, once you go to make the forge, you don't actually need the smithy anymore. I don't think. Anyway, it seems like you don't. Let's stop that and make a couple of steel ingots. Because I feel like to make a steel hammer, we're probably going to need the steel ingots. It's just a feeling, but I'm relatively confident about it. And now I'm out of charcoal. Okay. Let's make some charcoal real quick. And let's go over here. Steel sword. Ooh. These are very kind of demanding things. Alright, so one more steel ingot, and then we can make the hammer, which is what I really want to do kind of right now. So, a couple of those. Then you can go back to smelting down all that lovely iron. And while it's doing that, I think I have enough now. Yes, I do, because all I needed was linen string. So, here we can make different banner designs and badges, basically. So, edit layer, show patterns, axe, castle, character, crossbow, crossed swords, deer, helmet, mace. Ooh, I like the moon. A boar. It's really funny to me that you can have a boar, because that's not an animal that's in the game. So I have no idea why it's on your shield. But you can have it on your shield. A raven. That's kind of cool too. What else do we have here? A stag, which I thought we had on the first page. Star. Oh, scales. Those are kind of neat. Pickaxes with cog. That's neat too. A wolf. We also don't have wolves in the game. So it's kind of interesting, some of the stuff that you can have on your shield. Alright. Let's go. Chain bonus layer. Pattern layer 2. Pattern layer 1. Ooh, so this is like... Okay, this is cool. Nah. I do kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Ooh. Those are neat. Oh, yeah. That. Totally that. Nice and red. Okay. And then layer 2. Nah, that's fine. Bonus layer. Pre-beta stars. Deluxe owner reward because I bought the deluxe edition. Space engineers because I have that too. Let's go with that one. The pre-beta stars. That's cool. And what's this one? Background layer. Ah. I don't know. Do we want to have a green background layer? I guess we can't really make it like a dark green, can we? But I like that. Okay, sweet. So that's our banner, our shield, our emblem, whatever you want to think of it as. There it is. So that way, when we go to craft banners, oops, that'd be over here. What are we, oh, it's out. Okay, well then make up a bunch of steel. I feel like we're gonna need that. Oh, we can make a steel hand plow too. That's kind of neat. There's that wonderful sound. That means that we learned something. Which means we can then make the steel axe, hammer, and pickaxe. We also need a sword. Which means we're going to need hide. Which is going to be a little bit difficult. And we're out of charcoal again. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and break those down really quickly. And then we'll go get more logs for more charcoal. Apparently we need a ton of charcoal. There we go. Alright. Those are all broken down, so that's all good. Actually, what I could do, I could break these down too. Even though they're not broken tools, I can still reduce them to their component parts. Because, you know, I have something better now. Which is awesome. So, let's see. And then we'll have it make one more steel once it's done. It's almost done with charcoal. Then it'll move on to melting these down. Yep, there we go. And then it'll make another steel one. Now, I need Railroader's tools. Start that quest. Oh, more steel. Oh my gosh, so much more steel. Okay. Linseed oil, steel and linseed oil. Alright. How much? I have a lot of flax. We'll have it make some seed bags that we can get linseed oil out of. But then I need to figure out the best way to make rope. And apparently I need to make some cordings. Ooh, do I have my crossbow on me? Yes, I do. See that lovely little cow over there? You can milk them, but you can also... Oh, come back here, shoot. What are you even doing? Do you even know what you're doing? I don't think the cow knows what it's doing. And it takes a while to kill them. But I need leather. There we go. Okay. So that's going to become leather. And it's really nice that we can just like pick up the body and bring it wherever we need it to be. Come on. Why? And it doesn't want to let me let go. Okay. So that's tanned leather. Let's see what we can do with it. Is this... Okay, apparently that is not where you make leather strips. Oh! Your inventory. Your individual inventory is where you make leather strips. Now let's look at rope. So on the loom, 2 things of string make 5 things of rope. 2 things of string is 2 flax straws. 5 flax straws makes 1 rope in your personal inventory. Do you have rope? Yeah, 5. Okay. Basically, this is a much better way of making rope, which we need a lot of for the fishing. So I'm going to get that started. And then we're going to need more linseed oil. So we'll get that started. We're really going to be kind of starting off a lot of things. And, oh, we're at almost 2.5 hours, and I was saying that, 2 hours was probably good. Let's do one more thing. There. Alright, so that is busy. Wait a sec. Did I do have more. Okay. I'm going to go and put one of these crates up here. No idea what we're going to store in it. But it's going to sit here with all the others. So I probably do know what I'm going to store in it. That's herbs, berries, roots. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really sure what you can make with some of the seafood things. I haven't tried. So that's going to be an interesting experiment. We can cook a crab, lobster, fish stew, cooked fish, that makes sense. You can boil a chicken egg, cook chicken meat, we can cook whale meat. I don't know how you're going to get a hold of a whale. I think you can just eat a raw oyster, and it gives you 10 food. I think that's it. I think that one's pretty simple. So, let's see here. I think, there's our linseed oil. Come on, you can make 2 more linseed. And then you can make a bunch of flour. That'll be great. Yeah, about 2.5 hours. I think we're probably going to go ahead and, oops, call it a day. Ooh. Look at all of this that we have. Let's go ahead and take some of these products and let's see. Wow. Look at all the chicken eggs that we have. Holy cow, that's incredible. That is actually incredible. Of course, we've ignored the thing for a while, so maybe that makes more sense. And, I'm terrible at actually wrapping things up because I could just keep going kind of forever. Really. I could. I could just sit here and keep playing and chatting occasionally and mostly playing. And that would be it. That would be all I would do for quite a while. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's see. We have the leather strips we need. We have this, well, we will have the steel ingot in a minute. Douse that. Okay. Now we're going to make a steel sword. Which I think pretty much means that we can beat like anybody now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and break down the iron sword. Make some more steel ingots. Okay. I am gonna go ahead and wrap this up, call it a day, because otherwise I will probably absolutely never shut up. Because obviously I'm having a good time and could keep going for a while. But I do have other things to do today, and I'm sure you do too. I don't want to leave everybody with like a 4-hour live stream to go catch up on. So that's going to do it for me for today. And we'll kind of see. Let me know if you're more interested in the live streams or the videos. I may try and do kind of a combination. I'm not really sure. Kind of going to play it by ear a little bit and just see what ends up working out best, basically. Is this the one that's going to expire? No, not really. Okay. That's good. But yeah. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it today. And I will see you all next time. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out and watching and commenting. And I hope to see you next time.